Okay. Don Pablo. Don Pablo. Don Pablo was a furniture maker, Cuban furniture maker, famous in Cuba. Had a furniture business, furniture company in Cuba from a long time ago, before Castro, way back, because Don Pablo was old. Don Pablo was Doña Cuba's brother. Doña Cuba married to Don Rafa, which I've talked about. He made furniture. Don Pablo. Okay. They came from Cuba. They didn't live in the United States. They came from Cuba when I was in, I think, high school already, but we were still at Coronado Terrace. So they came, and Don Pablo and Don Rafa and Doña Cuba, they knew they were coming. So you had to claim people. You had to have family in the United States that say, yeah, they can come and live with us. So they came. It was Don Pablo, Lavinia, his wife, Lucrecia, and their daughter. I forget what the daughter's name was. And the daughter was married to this guy. I forget his name. And they had two boys and a girl. Um, but Don Pablo made furniture and made furniture in an old-fashioned way. Danny used to do little woodworking stuff and show it to Don Pablo, and Don Pablo would say, "No, you did it all wrong. You don't use this wood." Because Danny would get like fruit crates and cut them up and make things, and Don Pablo says, "You don't do it with this kind of wood." And they wanted Danny to go and work with Don Pablo to learn how to do woodwork right, but Danny didn't care. So Don Pablo made heavy, heavy, solid oak mahogany furniture in the old style from back in the 30s or whatever it was. The kind of furniture that you need some people to move it around your house or move it in, because a one person, that wasn't like pressed wood, thin pine. That was solid, big, thick, substantial furniture. And he would make anything, beds or sofas, cabinets, shelves, and all kinds of stuff. One time I wanted to make some speakers because I was a kid, high school, and I wanted my stereo system, and I wanted to make some speakers. That the style of speakers at the time were those rectangular, kind of tall like that. So I went to Don Pablo and I showed him I drew some stuff, and he goes, "No, no, 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 you don't make speakers like that." He wanted me to make those old-fashioned speakers that went in the corner, that had a round hole in the middle and that fit in the corner. And then, finally I just said, okay, and I never went because we weren't going to make it the way I wanted to. If we were going to make them, it was going to be Don Pablo's way. Don Pablo made Cuban rocking chairs, which have, they're big rocking chairs, and they have that wicker back and the seat. And he knew how to make those. When he first had his store, that was the first thing he made and had those in the window. He rented the Felmina's garage and had all his equipment in there and was making furniture and stuff. He knew how to make the right way. So yeah, I helped Don Pablo and his wife and all of them when they came. I would take them because I had my car. Like I said, I was always helping everybody, to the different immigration places around Los Angeles to get the papers straightened out. Because there wasn't just one place. It wasn't just go downtown to the immigration office. There was a place down in San Pedro, and I think there was a couple of other places that you had to go and you sat and you waited and they did something and stamped your papers and stuff. So I helped them do that. And Frances said when she was just here recently that when Lelo was born, Don Pablo and his family were driving down the street and they saw a baby crib thrown out. That was, it needed a little work. So they got that baby crib, fixed it all up, and gave it to Frances for Lelo. And I didn't know that, but I remember Lelo's crib, and it didn't look like anything was half broken or anything. It was perfectly fine. I thought they had bought it. But Frances said, no, they found it and fixed it up real good and gave it to Frances when Lelo was born. What else? I think that's about it. Okay, let me say this. Don Pablo didn't like Don Rafa because Don Rafa was a hustler back in Cuba, and they thought they were going to put Doña Cuba out to be a prostitute or something, which no, 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 no. Don Rafa loved Doña Cuba. He cherished her. He would never do anything like that. But Don Pablo and his family thought since Don Rafa really never had like a steady kind of job, Don Rafa did all kinds of stuff. Like I said, catch shrimp and sell it, and worked in a circus and was a dealer at a corrupt casino. That he was going to do something bad to Doña Cuba, which was never, never going to happen. So that's it. Don Pablo and his furniture. Yes, heavy duty, solid. You couldn't move it by yourself.